footballs ready to throw them around. So they're available. Now, this is the most important part of the night. Shh. We're going to talk about why this is so important, Lending Hearts, why it's so important and why it makes such a difference in the hearts of families who go through these situations. And every year, you're going to find people who get cancer, who don't expect to be diagnosed with cancer. Cancer is one of those things that affects everyone. It doesn't matter what age you are, it will affect you. And our next special guest and his family is here to share their stories and how Lending Hearts has helped them. Chad and Natalie Zambori have a little son. His name is Leo. You're going to meet him. And he was 5 years old when he was diagnosed with leukemia. Now, so you imagine what that's like as a parent. You imagine what that's like as a 5-year-old. The good thing about young kids and talking to Leo, I got the feeling, because he's so young, he didn't really know what was going on. So that helps him. It also changed his taste buds. He likes salmon, steak. What else did you tell me? Like all these elegant foods that normally young kids don't like, but he learned how to eat them, I guess, because all the other stuff didn't make sense to him because it didn't taste good. So Leo is now 12, and he's cancer-free. And they have a very powerful story to tell. So please welcome Chad and Natalie Zambori with 12-year-old Leo. Come on down, Leo.
Leo said, I'm not talking. We'd like to thank Basso and Lending Hearts for having us here tonight and being able to share with you a little of Leo's story and our family's story. So Leo was 5 when he was diagnosed with leukemia, and it hit our family out of nowhere. So he was hitting baseballs the day before he was diagnosed with cancer. Hitting a bucket of baseballs and then kind of complained about his arm. And we went and got that checked out and got some blood work done and got a phone call that night. And we were told to put him in the car and go to a children's hospital. And we live in southeastern Ohio. So we're about an hour and a half from here and about 2 hours from Columbus. So they said, pick one, Pittsburgh or Columbus. And I'm giving him a bath and thinking, what is going on right now? We'll go to Pittsburgh. So we got in the car and we ended up here. And after a bunch of blood tests and a rough night for him, around 3 o'clock in the morning, someone walked down the hallway in the emergency room, and I saw her badge, and it said oncology. And I knew at that moment that our lives were going to change. And she told us, your son has cancer. We don't know what kind yet, but we're going to send you to the 9th floor, and we're going to take care of him. And I'll never forget those elevator doors closing because it was like a before this and after this moment. And our lives thoroughly changed that day. But fast forward, 3.5 years of treatment later, and now 4 years cancer-free. You would look at Leo, and you would never, ever know what he went through. And organizations like Lending Hearts helped our family get through some of the hardest times of our lives. And Leo has been able to participate in some awesome things with Lending Hearts. And we're forever grateful for those moments that helped him and helped all of us along the way. So what you have done as an organization impacted our whole family. Our oldest son, Nolan, He's a freshman baseball player, and he had to be there today. But he also has benefited from being a part of the activities that have been provided by Lending Hearts. And our first experience with Lending Hearts was when Leo was first admitted to the hospital. I remember the nurses coming in and saying, "Go out in the hallway. There's people out there with good food in the hallway." And we're like, "Who are these people?" And it was Lending Hearts, and that was literally his initial diagnosis when we were inpatient. And then from there, Leo's had some amazing experiences, and our family has too, with the Pirates, and seeing and visiting other families and getting to know the other families has been an absolute blessing to us. And through this whole situation, we always say, that was God providing that, and that was God, and that was God. And we can look back and say it so many times. We're so thankful for the blessing of all of you and what you've provided for our family. It's absolutely priceless, and it's helped us. And it's continued to help us. And Leo will go back in about 6 months for his next follow-up appointment. And then when we hit that 5-year mark, he'll move into survivorship. So thank you all very, very much.
Thank you.
Leo, we have some for you. Cam. He wanted you to have, wait a minute, Natalie. How about a nice hand for Leo, everyone?